So you may be wondering, ladies and gentlemen, what in the world, Jeff, are you doing driving down these dusty roads in the middle of, not sure where we are, Virginia?
Gretna,
Virginia,
yeah.
And I gotta say, we passed a couple towns on the way here. There was about 3 houses in them, but we made it up here, and this, what we're actually doing is picking up the newest member of our team. And I gotta say, this is a perfect example of the lengths we will go through to find a good member. So we're gonna let you meet that member right now. So we're out here in somewhere, Virginia. Do you know the name of this town?
Nope, I don't.
I don't either. But the reason we're out here is to pick up our new paranormal canine. He's getting a little excited.
Yeah.
Boo Sniffer. And this is his first time on camera. Right here.
Well, he's got 2 daughters, 2 young daughters, and they wore out that puppy every day playing. After been out of school, you know.
Yeah.
By the evening time, he's ready to hit his home.
Oh God, that's adorable. Our neighbors are gonna love us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is so cute.
So the problem was I was hoping for some sheets on the way up here. And I'm not sure when we'll pass sheets because we didn't pass any on the way up here. That was the problem.
Right.
So I'm hoping to find one at least at some point before we get back. There's a little baby deer on the side of the road.
Oh.
And real tiny. I'm hoping to find one before we get back.
Yeah.
But
me
there was
too.
definitely, I mean, for the last 100 miles of the drive,
Right.
there was really not even much of a gas station.
I mean, there was nothing. It was
No.
like a couple of broken down log cabins, you know, some trailers, a house every so often, usually big, beautiful farmhouses, but just no place to pee. I mean, and my
Right.
back teeth are floating. They have been for a while, but nothing we can do about it. Just gotta hold it.
And I'm not sure we chose the right direction coming out of here. It seems like the food
I
line,
don't know either.
that one food line that we did pass a ways back, seemed a little bit
Well,
closer than,
yeah.
perhaps a town?
Talk about a country mile. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he said a little ways out. He probably meant like 50 or 70 miles.
right, like Richmond.
Right.
So there's Boo Sniffer laying back there on the pillow, and he's calmed down.
Aw.
And Alex is reading him some stories, so I think she's helping him to fall asleep back there. Seems pretty content. And doing pretty good for his first ride.
Mm-hmm. No puking yet.
No.
Boring. Where is my surprise? You'll see. How do you do, ants? Look, hats. Not going to happen. Hats. To store hats.
So after traveling these back roads, Linda, before you go in there, we found a McDonald's.
We did.
And it's not our first choice of place to eat. Not that we have a problem with McDonald's,
Right.
but we'd prefer something else. Something unique, but if nothing unique, maybe a Wendy's at least.
Or pizza.
Right. But on the way here, we're coming up on these train tracks, and we heard this train engine
Yeah. There
blaring.
It is.
And it's on both sides of us now.
Wow.
And we thought, oh man, there's no railroad crossing here or anything that's coming down the tracks, but there was actually a bridge right in front of that the train was going over.
Kind of scared us.
So yeah, startling moment, of course. But yeah, we're gonna use this McDonald's for a pit stop.
Definitely.
Linda's gonna assess the bathroom situation in there, and I'm gonna wait in the car. In Alta Vista, Virginia. That's the name of the town. We've definitely determined that Boo Sniffer is a good traveler. He's sitting back there, laying on the little mermaid pillow, not making a sound. He barked for a little bit, but you can see he's getting ready to take a nap. He's winding down a little bit, and so far, perhaps a good candidate for venturing off on long treks into the night.
Yep.
All right, so we happen to find a Hardee's right here in Alta Vista, Virginia, and I'm excited because they have this new spicy chicken sandwich. Let's take a look at this thing right here. It looks like I can smell it. It smells like it's got some kind of Cajun seasoning on it.
Oh.
Okay, it's got some pickles, and you can see the sauce is seeping into the bread down there. Does that look amazing or what?
That looks pretty good.
I'm about to give this thing a try and see what it tastes like. Oh, good salmon. What'd you get there, Linda?
Well, I got this amazing hot ham and cheese sandwich. Not the little one. I got the big hot ham and cheese.
Ooh, the big one.
Yeah, and I've been eating these since I was young. There's something about the cheese on there. I don't know whether it's white American or what the case is, but I mean, you see it's dripping on me. It's amazing. These things taste so good, and you will not taste another hot ham and cheese like this anywhere. So I'm really excited.
Other than Alta Vista, Virginia.
Right. Or at another Hardee's. Yeah.
So we finished up with our meal here at Hardee's, and I have to say, if you're at a Hardee's, try that new hot chicken sandwich. It's very good. I liked it. It's not very spicy, but it's good flavor.
Yeah.
But then again, I think my taste buds are probably singed away because of all the hot stuff that I eat.
Probably.
I don't know. But now we're going to try to find our way out of Alta Vista
Yes.
and back on the road. And I'm not sure what other pit stops may lay along the way. We have a gift card, courtesy
do,
of our
Sheetz.
friend Chris, to Sheetz. So we're hoping to be able to embark on that venture at some point tonight.
Right.
So at least for some coffee, if nothing else.
Yeah.
We found a Sheetz here in Farm.
We don't know where we are.
We're still not sure where we are. We just followed the GPS.
Yeah.
And I know it says the roads that we're on,
Yeah.
Richmond Highway,
Right.
but it doesn't tell us the towns we're in. I know we saw signs, I think it said Farmville or something like
Yeah, I
that.
think somewhere near Farmville. Yeah.
But we're gonna use this opportunity to take Boo Sniffer for his first walk on a leash. We just slipped the collar on him, and we're gonna see how he responds to walking on a leash. I give him a chance to have a paranormal pit stop of his own, per se. We figure, what better of a place to break him in for his first walk than a Sheetz during this episode of Gas Grub and Ghost, or whatever it is. But here he goes. And this is his first time, like I said, being this far away from his brothers and sisters and his mother. And he's been on a couple hours of a car ride already. And if he does decide to go to the bathroom, I don't think we're actually gonna put that part in the video, so you don't have to turn away yet at this point. Come here, come, come. He's not really sure what to think about that leash. So I gotta say, Boo Sniffer's first paranormal pit stop was successful. He did get a chance to go potty over here on this little patch of grass by the sheets. And I gotta tell you, he's taking this ride like a trooper. He's truly ready to venture off into the night to all different corners of the state and beyond in search of paranormal activity. I can tell he's gonna be a good applicant, I should say. Good paranormal investigator. At least he's going to be good at paranormal pit stops. Now, unfortunately, they don't allow dogs in the sheets, so Boo Sniffer has to wait outside, and I've been designated to wait with him while Linda goes in and gets some coffee. But he seems pretty content just hanging out outside here. So, keeping up with our traditional training methods, I should say, for the types of adventures that we tend to go on, we stopped here at a Wawa, another part of Virginia. Once again, I'm not 100%. Linda, do you know where we are?
Iron Bridge Road?
Iron Bridge Road. Headed back up towards Richmond there. We just got on Route 10, I believe. So we stopped at a Wawa to get some gas, and of course to let Boo Sniffer out for another walk. So his first walk was at Sheets, and his second walk is now at a Wawa. Yeah, you got to get a little bit used to this boy, because we stop at a lot of places like this Wawa here, and I don't think he's very fond of the music he's hearing. We just finished exposing him to some Hank Williams on the way up here, and you know, we figured it would make him feel a little more at home. I don't know. So this is somewhat of a unexpected stretch of road that we're about to travel on, or we're just getting onto right now. And I gotta say, this is Boo Sniffer's first haunted road, Pocahontas Parkway. And I just spoke to a man the other day, and this is gonna be in a book that I'm working on, providing that book ever gets a contract. But he told us of his experience on Pocahontas Parkway. And this is where they see the spirits of Native Americans. They believe that the parkway is built on the grounds, sacred grounds, Native American burial grounds, and people have reported seeing Indians on horseback trotting along with their cars. They travel this stretch of highway. So we're gonna turn the camera around here and show you what it looks like. And portions of Pocahontas Parkway are well lit. The portion back by the toll booth where we got on, there's all kinds of lights. You can see some of the signs are lit, but there are also portions of the road that are very dark. And it's along these dark stretches where people report seeing these Native Americans. Some people, they aren't even aware of the history of the road when they see such a sight, and they've reported seeing the man on the horseback dart out in front of their car. Some have even been forced to slam on the brakes as this person passed in front of them. And then they found out later that there are supposedly Native Americans that are seen along this road. And there is Boo Sniffer in the back, unwavering, as we venture down this haunted stretch of highway. If you ask me, I think we got a true paranormal investigator on our hands here. Doesn't seem a bit frightened.
No, not really.
In fact, he doesn't even really seem to care.
No, he was more frightened of the rap music and the bass thumping at Wawa.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But Pocahontas Parkway doesn't seem to move him at all. Now at this point, we have about 2 miles left on Pocahontas Parkway, and unfortunately, when there's cars coming up, it shows how dirty the windshields are, and that's bugs. But nonetheless, up ahead of us, I don't know if you can see it in the video here, that reddish light in the distance, that's actually the moon, and I can see it through the viewfinder, but in person it's a lot bigger and very red, so it's quite a sight. Appears to be a waning gibbous, So here we are exiting the parkway, our last hope of potentially catching something paranormal before we're back on the normal interstate 295. So there you have it, Pocahontas Parkway. What do you think?
I think it's a pretty desolate and dark stretch of road. I would love to get a look at one of these Indians on horseback and you know, see exactly what they look like. The fact that they dart out in front of traffic makes you think that perhaps they are aware of the cars going by and are trying to cause them to wreck. But who knows? You know, maybe they're not aware of them at all. But still, very interesting story. And it wasn't very long after this toll road was built that they started to see these Native Americans. And supposedly, if you ask some of the people that man the booths, the toll booths, they know all about this and have heard quite a few stories from people that are passing through there and have seen them. So might want to stop. It's well worth paying the toll to check this place out.
So we stopped at a Walmart here in Williamsburg on the home stretch of Boo Sniffer's first ride. And in the tradition of VAPI, I had to get a Mountain Dew kickstart for the final leg of the journey here. And they didn't have Midnight Grape, which is one I typically get, so I got this energizing black cherry, which I'm eager to try, see what it tastes like. I'm sure it'll be as good as Midnight Grape, if not better, I don't know. But we also got some food for Boo Sniffer, and like I said, we're going to travel the last leg of the journey here and get him home.
Well, I got a lot of the basic puppy supplies, of course, a food and water bowl, because we didn't have ones there that were good for that sort of thing already, and one of those little mats that sits underneath the bowls to help prevent messes and things. I also got him a little kind of canvas squeaky ducky thing that looked like it was right about his size, and it looked like something he could play tug of war with, which he seemed to like to do with his brothers and sisters. And we also got him, of course, Beneful puppy, healthy puppy food, and I think he's pretty much set with everything he's gonna need. Little puppy shampoo too, because he was born and raised on a farm outside. So we weren't quite sure, you know, what's been all over the dogs, so we figured maybe giving him a good bath in the next day or two would be a good idea.
So we got Boo Sniffer home and took him for a walk around the yard, got him a little accustomed to the property, brought him in the house, he met the cat, and I can't say that the cat wasn't a fan. I mean, what do you think? The cat seemed to respond well to him. She was very curious.
Yeah, she sniffed him. She was just a little nervous around him.
She's a little nervous, and because she's used to dogs.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a good cat to have around him. And, you know, he walked around the chair, and she ran around the chair and came out the other side and sniffed him. And then he turned around and saw her, and she hopped up on the couch. And, you know, not aggressive at all like some cats are.
Right.
Pretty docile. And she's actually, as we're talking, she's coming down. I don't know if we can pan over here and see her without shaking the video up too much, but there's the cat right there coming down to investigate Boo Sniffer. So, pretty friendly cat as far as cats go. That can't be said about a lot of cats. But back over here on the star of the show here, and you can see he's very tired from his journey, from all his paranormal pit stops, if you will. And what we're going to do is we're going to get him accustomed to his sleeping arrangements, and perhaps tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about Boo Sniffer's living arrangements and getting him housebroken, and we're going to take him to see some fireworks. So, I don't know, perhaps those will make the next video. But nonetheless, thank you for joining us on our first trip with Boo Sniffer, the trip to get him and bring him home. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Boo Sniffer's first trip, the trip home. And stay tuned. Join us in the future and follow Boo Sniffer's adventures as he explores the world around him. And we train him up to actually come on paranormal investigations with us. And you can check him out at Instagram at Boo Sniffer, Facebook at Boo Sniffer, and even if you're not into ghost hunting, who doesn't like cute puppy pictures, right? So those will be all over Boo Sniffer's Instagram page. So make sure you go on there and check him out and follow his future adventures.